Hello and welcome to Simply Southern. I'm Mary Wilson.
And I'm Kevin Worthington. When Terry Handy lost her husband, she was determined to honor his legacy by carrying on the family business. Her customers are grateful and her husband would be proud. Today we'll meet Terry and see why Handy's Farm and Nursery is so special to so many.
Eating seasonally is a great way to enjoy produce at its peak. A little later, our friends from Sweet Grown, Alabama will tell us what's in season this time of year.
And I'm Stacy Little. Today in the kitchen, we're putting a delicious twist on a classic easy pea salad. Y'all stay tuned.
Whether it's the food we eat, the clothes on our backs, or the roofs over our heads, Alabama farmers do a great job of providing the things we depend on every day.
Each year, the Sunbelt Agricultural Exposition in Moultrie, Georgia shines the spotlight on top farmers from 10 southeastern states.
Today, we'd like to introduce you to the Haynes family of Cullman County, who will represent Alabama farmers at this year's expo.
For more than a century, Daryl and Lydia Haynes' families have raised crops and livestock among sandstone outcroppings of the Cumberland Plateau in eastern Cullman County. Today, the couple farms alongside their sons Ben and Bart while passing along their passion to yet another generation.
My dad was a carpenter. His father was a carpenter. But Daddy loved the farm, and his daddy bought that little sand rock when he was 15 from his dad, and his dad bought it from his father-in-law. So Ben's children are 7th generation there on that sand rock. So that's real special to me.
Daryl admits production agriculture was the furthest thing from his mind when he enrolled at Auburn University in the early 70s.
I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I wasn't going to be a farmer. I couldn't stand that thought, but I couldn't wait for the weekends so I could come home and help Dad on the farm. And it became quite obvious that it was deep in my blood and in my genetics, and I couldn't get away from it.
While farming hasn't always been easy, Lydia credits diversification for the farm's longevity.
There's been struggles over the years. Cattle were the commodity that we had then that kind of bailed us out. Then grain prices would succeed and cattle would fall down. But diversity has helped us survive.
Haynes Farms, headquartered in Fairview, encompasses about 4,000 acres and includes beef cattle and 1,500 acres of row crops.
We'll calve between 600 and 700 mamas annually. Typically, our product is a 800 to 900 pound feeder calf. And of course, we sell those in load lots that are bound for feed yards, north and west of here. So about a third of our ground will be in corn, a third full season beans, and then a third of our ground will be planted in wheat that we will follow with beans.
Ben's wife has also begun marketing 30 to 40 head of cattle a year direct to consumers. Ben and Whitney's 6 children are also involved with the farm, from helping with the retail store and feeding cattle, to raising their own 4-H pigs and riding tractors with their grandparents. Lydia, who worked 44 years as a registered physical therapist, often can be found cutting, raking, and baling hay alongside Daryl.
How many women in this world have the opportunity to work with their husbands, work with their sons side by side, and can look back at the end of the day and say, goodness, what a job well done. And there's so much satisfaction with that.
For Daryl, the crops and livestock are daily reminders of God's sovereignty and the blessing of family.
Oh, there's nothing that I deserve any honor about. I've just got to be a caretaker for a little bit of God's stuff. And He gave me Lydia, and He gave me Ben and Bart. And I couldn't do what I've done without Lydia and without Ben and Bart.
Alabama's 2023 Farm of Distinction, Haynes Farms of Cullman County.
We've known the Hayneses for a long time, and they are really great ambassadors for Alabama agriculture. For being named the Farm of Distinction, they were awarded about $20,000 in prizes, including a new John Deere Gator and a gift certificate from Alabama Farmers Cooperative.
Judges will visit their farm this summer, and the winner of the Southeastern Farmer of the Year program will be named the Sunbelt Ag Expo Farmer of the Year in October. That farmer will take home $15,000 in cash along with other prizes. Best of luck to Daryl, Lydia, and the whole Haynes family.
Absolutely. Now, when Simply Southern continues, we're headed to Handy's Farm and Nursery, where customers leave with two things: fresh from the farm produce and the good feeling that comes with shopping local.
If you're involved in agritourism, Alpha offers the insurance coverage you've been looking for. On-farm activities typically require additional coverage above the standard commercial business or farm owner coverage. Pumpkin patches, wedding venues, Christmas tree farms, farmers markets, and even U-Pick farms are just a few examples of things that could be covered. Contact your Alpha agent to learn more. These Alpha Insights are proudly presented by Alpha Insurance.
No matter the herd you tend to, or the type of seeds you sow, Farm Bureau Bank understands the lifestyle and financial needs of our neighbors. We're here to help grow traditions, give back to agricultural communities, and offer financial convenience for your unique way of life. Whether it's personal or business, we are committed to serving you and your financial needs. Please give us a call and we'll get started today.
A farmer has to live on faith. We do all we can do, but we can only control so much.
Alabama is the second largest poultry growing state in the nation, so we're trying our best to grow all the corn we can for that.
What we produce not only feeds and clothes all of the United States, but about half of what we make goes on to the world market.
We've been able to improve yields, have some things that can help us produce a better crop. I'm proud of the product we make and proud that I can say I'm an Alabama farmer.
When you look around for information and answers to your everyday questions, how do you know who to trust? Alabama Extension takes Auburn and Alabama A&M universities to the people. As educators, we are trusted partners in every county, providing valuable and practical ways to better our homes, farms, health, and communities. Our research extends knowledge and improves lives. Learn more at aces.edu.